Oopsie. Oh, hi, Scorpio. Hello. Welcome to your What They Can't Get Over reading for February 2020. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the Recommend a Reader shout out, which goes to Love and Abundance Tarot. Love and support to him. Check him out. Show him some love and support. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. All right, Scorpio, what's going on here? What's going on for Scorpio? How you doing, Scorpio? What you can't get over for Scorpio? 9 of Swords. All right. High Priestess. Could be Pisces or Cancerian. 7 of Wands. Chariot. That could be Cancerian. 5 of Coins. 8 of Swords. 7 of Coins or Pentacles. 10 of Swords. All right. So, let me get the little guys here. Little shrimpies. All right, Scorpio. This is someone that it's almost like they feel. All right, I'm okay. What I want to say, but all of a sudden I'm like, well, wait a minute. It feels like they feel like what is happening should happen, like things are as it should be. But why? The heck am I getting that? We got 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. Okay, 7, but 8, 9, 10 is so. What's this ending about? This is like the culminating final. We got 2 7s, 3 7s. Oh, gracious. Oh, crisis. Okay, what's this 7? What's this Chariot about? 2 of Cups. Okay. What's this 5 of Pentacles about? 6 of Wands. What's this 8 of Swords? Well, what's this? 8 of Swords. 5 of Swords. Scorpio, I think this is someone that wants to find their way back to you. What's this High Priestess about? Judgment. Okay, so this, all right, what's this 7 of Coins? Scorpio, what's this 7 of Coins? The Devil, Capricorn. This is 10 of Swords. Page of Swords. Okay, so this is this somebody that can't take it anymore and they're just like, you know what? But, okay. On the one hand, it feels like this is somebody that wants to fix things. They want to work on things. They want things to happen, but it's like, hold on, wait for me to resolve this. But what's this 7 of Wands? The damage is done, though. What's this 7 of Wands? King of Swords. That could be Gemini. Oopsie. Oh, we got 10 of... That jump. 10 of Cups. So on the one hand, it's like this... Are they wanting to be released? Is that what this is? Is that this is someone that is... They want to find their way back to you, but not now. So let me go so I can work on stuff and eventually come back to you. Or is this someone that is not wanting to give up the control they have in their life for this connection, regardless of how they feel about you, which is, okay, all right. Which could be pretty darn strong. So I think this person is happiest in limbo. Honestly, for the Scorpios that I'm reading for, this is somebody that likes having choices laid out before them, but they don't want to have to make any, they don't want to be in a hurry to make them. And they're kind of more comfortable with someone else taking the lead, and then they react. They're not proactive. This is not somebody who is a leader. This is not somebody who's out front making decisions. This is someone that reacts to things. This is someone that wants to make decisions in the darkness or the silence. This is someone that doesn't want to ultimately give up their control. So I think if they're going to work on something, it has to be on their own terms. I think when the going gets tough, this person buries their head in the sand, and it's almost like they don't want to have to say stuff out loud. They'd rather someone else do it, and then they can react to it. But that also gives them a way to blame someone else for what they could or couldn't do in a situation. What else? There's an I'm sorry here, but I can't find it. Where's the I'm sorry? Why? What are they sorry? Who's sorry? Why is that coming through? What else for Scorpio? Oopsie. For Scorpio. Page of Wands. Is this the apology? What? So we got the Page of Wands. This right here, is this someone that doesn't want to give up the control and they just want this to be kind of this fun, passionate thing, but not to progress, because at the end of the day, they don't want to have to make the decisions. They don't want to be fully committed. They don't want the responsibility. This is someone that's a lot of fun to be with, but are they relationship material? I don't know. And are they going through more than they're let on? Are they dealing with a lot more than they are letting on? And they don't want you involved in that, and they're kind of only giving you information on a need-to-know basis, and they want to maintain the advantage here and the control. Maybe there's a lot going on that they don't want to tell you. Do you have two people involved here? Because I got one person feels one way, like it's new, and they kind of want to keep you at bay because they don't want you to know about other stuff, or like all that they're dealing with or going through. And then it feels like there's somebody else that, or maybe it's for two groups of Scorpios. There's somebody else that is like trying to get some distance from this whole mess. Why is it a mess? This is all over the place. I might scrap this and just start anew, because this is like, now that we got the two people, what's going on there? Is this somebody new that you're dealing with that kind of wants to not involve you in a lot of their stuff and maintain the control they have, and they don't want you to know all that they're thinking about? They're kind of going through some stuff, but they want to keep it light, and they don't want you to know about that. And meanwhile, maybe they're trying to distance themselves from another situation that they don't want you to fully know about. Is that what this is? That would make sense. I'm not crazy. Okay. So, what else for Scorpio? So there's two people, but not you. Okay, well, thanks, intuition. So, for the Scorpios I'm reading for, this feels like someone that's got someone else, and they're keeping you at bay while they deal with their issues. They're closing out with somebody else, and they don't want to deal with that situation anymore. But this is not somebody who solves their problems in a proactive way. When push comes to shove, they stick their head in the sand. So while they want things to work out with you and they're like, yeah, when it push comes to shove, they're going to duck and cover because they're still kind of coming out. This is somebody new. They're coming out of another situation. And when that starts to intervene or whatever, this is someone that actually is not going to handle it. They're going to just kind of duck and cover, duck and run. This is not somebody that is assertive or they don't want to ruffle any feathers. They don't, yeah. So this is someone that's very good at kind of having you know what they want you to know about them. We got intuition here, and this is someone that quite possibly feels a loyalty to someone else or a bond with someone else that competes with what they have started with you. And so they're torn between the old and the new. And they want things to progress with you, but I think they feel guilty and they feel pulled to do the right thing, or it's like they feel like they're not doing right by someone, or they feel guilty, or they want to say they're sorry. There's something to them feeling like they owe somebody something still. And that's getting in the way of you two taking off. So what they can't get over is their connection that's on its way out with their other person. They are still feeling some kind of guilt or some kind of something with somebody before you. And while they're all for this connection, they're not going to champion it. They're not going to take the reins. They're not going to go for it. They're not going to be bold and be like, hey, I'm sorry it didn't work out over here, but we don't belong together. We're not a thing. I want to be free so I can do other stuff. They're not going to say that. The person that you're dealing with, Scorpio, will not do that. They would rather stick their head in the sand and feel guilty than to problem solve, than to be proactive, than to take a stand. It's not that they're bad. They just don't like conflict, and they're not confrontational, and they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and they feel guilty. So if they can make it really fun and interesting with you and keep it lively like that, they will. But as far as long-term commitment, wait a second, whoa, let's do this. Let's just keep this fun and busy and great chemistry and great, physical relations and all that. But I don't want to, because I don't want you to know about this, Scorpio, but I'm still kind of dealing with some guilt about the way things ended or having ended things, and I'm still not fully out of it because I still feel a loyalty or an obligation to this person. I still feel guilty, but I really like you, it's as if they want you to kind of force them to do something. But at the same time, they wouldn't allow you to do that. So what is it? I don't think this person is controlling, or I don't think they mean to be controlling, but I don't think they realize how controlling they are. This is someone that would rather things happen and then they make decisions based on what happens, but they don't want to chart a course. They don't want to take the lead. They don't want to lay down the law. All right. They want this, but they also want to stick their head in the sand when the guilt from the past or this comes back to haunt them. That's why there's two. That's why it feels like this is a new relationship for you. It doesn't feel like this is something you either don't know or you just recently found out about this person and you really like this person. There's a great connection here, but this is someone that wants you to kind of be in charge or to call the shots. They want you to take the initiative or take the direction because there's something about them feeling less guilty or them feeling like you'll handle it. And there's a very private side to them that they're not letting you in on, that they think a lot of things and they're dealing with a lot of things that you don't know about. Something bad, but this is someone that's very hard on themselves, and so they keep a lot of things private. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be bad. They don't want to be wrong. They do a lot of things in private, or they think a lot of things in private. And one of them is that there's guilt here. We got guilt. We got feeling obligated, wanting this, but feeling like they should that. And I did that card. Okay, right. Cancer, Scorpio, or Sagittarius. Pisces or Cancerian. I can't remember if I said that. This is probably driving you crazy because you're affected by it, but you can't do anything. You can't help them. You can't help yourself. You want to know what the heck's going on. It's just starting to dawn on you that, you know what, we're always kind of here, which is great because, you know, it's fun and it's interesting and the passion and everything. But when are we going to get to the working on stuff and progressing and doing the things? So they might be physically left the relationship, what are their past, whatever it is, but there's something that keeps them. Maybe it's kids, but it doesn't feel like kids. It feels like guilt. And you don't know about it. Maybe because this is a new relationship, they don't want to be like, oh my gosh, you know, just blah all over the place. But okay. What else for Scorpio? Queen of Swords reversed, Two of Wands. Right, because that's upright. Okay. Because this, yeah, that's upright. All right, so we've got someone that... we got choices and someone's not wanting to make those choices. Someone's not being assertive. Someone's all over the place. Someone's very decisive and kind of in control one minute and then really kind of emotional and like, another minute. And there's this stop, start quality to this. I think this also might be you need to get in touch with what your gut says about this situation. Like, is this too risky right now for you to be kind of forging ahead with this person? Because it might not be the right time to if you're at the crossroads, stay at the crossroads. This might not be somebody that you can invest with fully. I mean, it feels relatively new, but this is someone that doesn't handle conflict very well. And they're in conflict because they don't address conflict. They're not assertive, or they don't, you know what I mean? Like, they'd rather just not have to make decisions. And yet, again, it's like they don't think they're controlling, but they kind of are, because it's like a large part of their energy is spent avoiding conflict and kind of, so they keep people on a need to know basis, or they, you know what I mean? It's like they're kind of trying to be assertive and trying to position themselves, but it's in reaction to stuff that's happening, not because they're going where they want to go or doing what they want to do or making decisions about their own life. They're kind of just reacting to everything else and still trying to find time to do what they want or to have what they want. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Okay, all right. Thank you for stopping by, Scorpio. I hope this was helpful. They're not a bad person. They're just not very assertive, or they're kind of like, they want what they want when they want it, and they want to be with you, but then they feel guilty, and it's like they exert control, but not for the benefit of anybody but themselves. They just kind of end up taking care of themselves. And when it comes to other people, they're very passive about other people, but they do what they want when they want. But they're not bad. They're just kind of selfish and kind of childlike, a lot of fun, but they don't handle their business, which would mean that if you want to be with them, you have to wait around for them, or you have to handle it for them, take charge, and This is someone that is a beta or an omega. They like someone else being in charge. But that's not necessarily a good thing. Because, oh, good, I just want someone easygoing. No, you don't. Because this is someone that also, when the push comes to shove, they might want to escape accountability. Just saying. Shutting up. All right. Thank you for stopping by, Scorpio. I hope this was helpful. This is someone that is still unable to get over their past. Even though they are looking to you, they're still feeling guilty about something. I hope to see you in the next reading. I thank you for stopping by, and if you waited this long, thank you. You take care. Love and support to you this month. Take care.